Hello, I am Tripp, and welcome to day 25 of 30 days of Shut the Hell Up. There is a roar of hell called unforgiveness that I believe has a grip on the minds of millions of people. I want to take you to a place in the Word, Matthew 18:21. Peter came to Jesus and said, "Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Up to 7 times?" No doubt Peter was thinking, I am pretty good. I mean, this is a good thing I'm doing, because under the law, the requirement was 3 times. And after 3 times, you could stone them, do whatever you wanted to. But 3 times was the requirement. So Peter was really stepping out here and saying, I'll go twice as much, and just for kicks, I'll add 1 to it, 7 times. And notice what Jesus said to Peter. He said, "I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. So when you add that up, when you multiply that, that is 490 times. Now, Jesus was not saying on the 491st time you can stone them. He was saying 490 times. It's not only hard to do that, it's impossible to do that. Now stay with me. You sleep possibly 8 hours a night, so that means 16 hours you have. It's impossible in 16 hours to be offended or sinned against or hurt 490 times in 16 hours. Let's just take Facebook, for instance. If someone was to sit down and try to offend you 490 times on Facebook, that means they would have to sit there for 16 hours, think of 490 things to find about you to hurt you, take the time to type it out, send it, not use the restroom, not eat. That's all they would do. You know that's impossible. So what was Jesus saying here? He was saying we need to be walking in forgiveness limitless. It needs to be limitless forgiveness. No limits on our forgiveness. And like I said earlier, that's not just hard. That's impossible. Notice, in your strength. See, it all comes down to perception. If we are dwelling on how they hurt us and how they offended us and what they did, if we're perceiving the offense, if we're magnifying the offense, hell is going to roar at us. However, if we will start thinking about what Christ did for us and the love that God shed toward us and how He allowed them to beat Christ and take our sin upon Him, and He showed us His forgiveness in Christ. When you set your mind on that, then there is an empowerment that comes forth that shuts the hell up. It shuts up the unforgiveness, and it empowers you to walk in forgiveness. Any debt that could ever be owed to us is insignificant compared to the debt we were forgiven. The forgiveness that we have received from the Lord is infinitely greater than any forgiveness we could ever be asked to extend toward others. So today I want to encourage you, set your mind on God's love to you. Realize that in Christ we stand holy, we stand forgiven, we stand righteous. Focus on what Christ did for you at the cross. Focus on God's love toward you and His forgiveness to you in Christ Jesus. And when you do, that love, that forgiveness, that peace, that joy will empower you to walk in forgiveness limitless. When you do that, it will shut the hell up in your life.